How you can buy a house for as low as 3% or even a 0% down payment. How to do that, I will show you at the end of the video, so make sure you stick till the end. My name is Harpreet Sani and welcome to my channel. So let's start with what exactly is a down payment. So down payment is the amount of cash which comes out of your pocket and which is not included in your mortgage. For example, let's say you're buying a house worth $300,000 and you're giving 10% down payment. This means $270,000 will be covered by the mortgage, and the remaining 10%, which is $30,000, will be coming out of your pockets. And there is one very big myth which has been there for years and has stopped a lot of people from buying the homes. Unfortunately, I was one of them as well. The myth is that you need 20% down payment to buy a house. Around 2017, 2018, me and my wife, we had a stable job and we were planning to buy a house, and the only thing which stopped us from not buying the house was that we didn't have 20% down payment in our bank accounts. We thought we gonna need it or we won't able to buy the house. And after joining the real estate as a career, when I come across buyers every day, and I have realized this myth is really very common. And that's the reason I'm making this video today. I will teach you about down payments. I will teach you how you can pay the less down payments. I will also let you know about one big benefit of paying 20% down payment. I'm going to tell you about that in the end of the video, so make sure you watch this video till the end. I will also put a light on some other expenses which comes as a cash out of your pocket as well. Also will teach you about a debt to income ratio. So this video is going to be very educative video if you are looking to buy a house now or in coming years. Let's first debunk the myth of 20% down payment. So the amount of down payment required in the loan depends on what type of loan you are going with, and also what is your debt to income ratio. So the three most common type of loans out there are conventional loans, FHA loans, and VA loans. Conventional loans are the most common loans out there. Most of the buyers buy a home through conventional loans. And in conventional loan, the minimum amount of down payment you require to pay is only as low as 3%. So if your debt to income ratio is good, you're getting a loan approved for a good amount for buying your home, you can get away by paying only 3% down payment on your home. And now let's discuss the FHA loans. FHA loans are very common with the first time home buyers who don't have really good credit scores or have some other issues. So this is a government backed up plan, and in this plan you have to pay 3.5% down payment. And now let's talk about VA loans. VA loans are very common in vets. These loans are specially made for the vets, and in these loans you can buy a house by paying 0% down payment. If you are actively serving the military or if you have done in the past, this can be a really great option for you. And now let's talk about debt to income ratio and how it works. So debt to income ratio is the amount of debt you have compared to your total income. For example, let's say I make $10,000 and I'm looking to buy a house which is around $4,000, and I have a car payment for $500. My total debt for a month is $4,500. So my debt to income ratio is 45%. So this is very common ratio which every lender calculates before they approve you for a loan. And the lower your debt to income ratio is, the better loan you can get. Let's say my debt to income ratio is only 35% and I'm looking to buy a house. I will easily get a loan and I don't even have to pay that much in the down payment. So the only reason you might have to pay a high down payment in these loans if your debt to income ratio is really high. Let's say you are looking to buy a house and now your loan is only approved for $400,000 at 10% down payment, and you are looking to buy a house which is around $500,000. So the remaining gap, the remaining $50,000-$60,000, that will come out of your pockets. And now let me tell you how you can buy a house by paying a 0% down payment. So there are always plans going out there. Different states have different plans. I'm in California, so California Housing Federation, they have their plans going on, and the other states will have their own plans. And as per these plans, sometimes there are grants which are approved for you to buy the house. So let's say you're getting a house with where you have to pay 3.5% down payment, but now by using those grants you can cover that 3.5%. Sometimes they give you like a fixed amount like $10,000, $20,000. Sometimes they give you whole 3.53% or whatever you owe in your down payment. So you should check with your lender and make sure what plans are active in your state. For example, in California there was a plan active recently where they were covering 3 and 3.5% down payment in a grant. So if you are able to qualify for these grants and you have a loan approved at 3.5%, this means you can buy a house literally paying no down payment. Isn't it a great news? You can save so much cash which you can use to invest into some investment properties in your business or somewhere else where you need to do that. Now let me tell you the cons of not paying 20% down payment. And the major con of not paying 20% down payment is you have to pay PMI. So what is PMI? PMI is private mortgage insurance, which I will explain you in a while, which you are paying every month because lender thinks that you are not paying 20% down payment. This means you might gonna default on your payments in future, so lender can get his money. The other major con of paying a low down payment is sometimes you get a higher interest rate, and now as you are not putting that much money up front, your payments are gonna be a little bit bigger too. So if you think about now, the interest rates are around 7.17%. The installments are already very high, and if you are paying less down payment, even for the $500,000 house, you're looking around $4,000 to $4,500 in installment, which is really a big amount. Yeah, now let's discuss about a private mortgage insurance more. Like I already told you that a private mortgage insurance is the insurance you're paying without no reason, just because the lender think you won't able to pay the payments in future. So these payments, the way they calculate it are different in all different loans. Like in conventional, you only pay this amount till you pay 20% in principal. In FHA loans, they charge you the upfront payment, and then the rest of the payments they charge you every month. So there are the different ways of calculating these payments. So make sure you talk to your lender and ask them how much your PMI is every month and how long the PMI gonna go on your loan. So you don't want to be stuck in a loan where you have to pay a PMI till end of the life of the loan, which usually happens with FHA loans. So now the question comes, should you pay 20% down payment or should you not do that? So I would say it completely depends on your condition, your situation, how much money you have in your saving accounts or your bank accounts. But let's say I have almost 40% down payment sitting in my account and I don't know what to do with that money. I'm not investing it anywhere or anything like this, just sitting in my bank. So it makes sense for me to pay 20% down payment, because now I will be saving $300 to $400 in PMI every month, which is going for no reason. So as long as you have a plan for your money and you know where you're gonna invest them and how you're gonna generate a return from them, this is a different story. Other than that, if you have a money sitting there, you can also put it as a 20% down payment. And if you don't do that, it's not a big deal either. You might have to pay $200, $300 every month as a PMI. But if you're getting better return investing that money somewhere else in stocks, in crypto, in real estate investments, or wherever you want to do it, I feel like it makes more sense to do that. And let me tell you one more important thing which people normally forget about, and it also comes as a cash out of your pocket, and this thing is known as closing costs. So closing costs are sum of small costs which normally happens during your transaction period. So these costs gonna include the cost for the title company, cost for your lender, cost for the appraisal, if there is a solar cost for that, and there are so many other small costs there, small and big costs, like rate buy down cost, transfer taxes cost, city cost for to register the deed, notary costs. There are like so many small costs involved when you are getting a home. So the sum of all the costs are known as a closing cost, and these closing costs have to be paid in cash and comes out of your pocket again normally. So if you are looking to buy a house, you should keep that in mind, that you will also be paying 1 to 1.5% of the amount of the house as a closing cost. Let's say your house costs around $700,000, so this means you're paying around $13,000 as a closing cost. So this is also a big amount, and if you're already running out of cash, you should calculate accordingly by keeping these costs in your budget as well. There is one way to get rid of this closing cost, that is by getting a credit from the seller or the builder, which is a topic for another video, and I will explain you how to do it, what are different kind of credits out there and everything about it. But for the scope of this video, I think this is all you should know. So I hope so that this video has helped you in understanding how the different costs work during your transaction, how you can get away with less down payment, how to calculate debt to income ratios and everything like that. So if you like this video, please share, please follow my channel, and I will make more videos like this to keep you educated about real estate. Thank you for watching this video again. I will see you in next video.